What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jordan and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be working on the Datsun 280Z, but we're going to be doing a little bit of maintenance on the Porsche Cayman. We're going to be changing the air filters, which can be a little bit of a tedious task, but as an owner you should know how to do it too. So stick around. This maintenance job doesn't require a lot of tools as far as maintenance jobs go, but you're going to need a 10mm socket, a T25 screwdriver or something similar. You're going to need a plastic pry bar for the panels and some new air filters. I decided to go with K&N this time because I had never used these filters before, so I was curious to see if I like them or not. Right now the car has some BMC filters on it, but these actually seem a little bit shorter. We'll see if they actually are, but to me they look a little stubbier than the ones I had before. So let's start taking the car apart. I think for most owners, the most daunting task of changing the air filters is the fact that you've got to take out a bunch of panels. One here, one there, one here, this middle one, and that's how you're going to be able to access the air filters, which are right here and right here. So it's not that hard, but you just have to know how to do it. So let's get started. The first panel that we need to remove is the one that's right here. And what's cool is there's actually a little hand opening right here. All you have to do is grab that opening and pull it out. There's a couple little plastic cones that look like this right here. Make sure you get all those cones because those are going to go back in when we put them back in their slot. And do the same with the other side. Now we need to go about removing this piece, which is this long plastic piece here, and basically you're going to sneak underneath the weather stripping and you're going to pop out these little tabs that hold it in place using your little plastic pry bar. Remember how I talked about collecting all of these plastic cones? These are what help the panels not rattle. So if you want your panels to not rattle, make sure you get all the leftover plastic cones. Next, to remove this center carpet, which is also really easy, you just pull from the center. It will fold a little bit. And then once it folds, you just kind of lift it out of the car. Something that I always thought was cool was that in order to make new cars quiet and refined on the inside, look how much foam they've got to use for sound insulation. So this is why the Datsun and other classic cars are so loud on the inside, is because modern car makers put a lot of effort and a lot of material into making cars quiet. Next, we're going to use a 10mm socket and take out the ECU right here. This is basically just going to move to the side, and the air filters are right here and over there. Now with the ECU out of the way, we can go ahead and remove this oil fill neck. Basically, it's just a little pinch. You pinch this little ring here, and then it'll pop right out. Get yourself a paper towel to stuff up this. You don't want oil dripping it down because there's always residual left in there. Each one of the filters is held in by a T25 screw. So all you have to do is just undo this one screw. This next step in the air filter removal process can sometimes be seen as the hardest part because you have these two little things here that need to be compressed like this, and then you pull it out. I've done it before with my fingers, but it's definitely not the easiest thing to do. To make this a little easier, I've used some welding rod and used it so that I can kind of compress these as I pull. You could probably use a coat hanger too, which would be an easy solution. Just like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty surprised by how stubby the K&N filters are. I was wrong earlier, these are the AFE filters, but you know, I see a lot of arguments online about whether the K&N filters are going to be good or they're going to hurt your engine, but I think as long as you don't live in Dubai with all that dust, you should be okay. To remove the filter from the casing, there's two little screws, one right there and one right there. Undo those screws and then just screw on the new filters. Once you have the new filters on the casing, go ahead and put everything back in the exact order that we took it off. So we're going to do the filters first, then the oil fill neck, then the ECU, then the body panels, and then we're finished. So it's kind of complicated, but not that bad. The new K&N filters definitely give more induction noise. Hear that sucking? That's like... There's also a huge increase in a high-pitched induction noise when you accelerate hard. So hopefully the camera picks it up. Sounds pretty good to me. And so I don't know if the sound came through well in the camera, but there's definitely a noticeable sound increase with the K&N filters. Originally I had the AFE filters, which already let in more noise, but the K&N filters let in even more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this motivates you to go work on your car. Changing the air filters is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's really not that hard. So get out there in the garage and have some fun, and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. A really high pitch induction, and I also noticed a really big induction noise.